You're listening to Season 8 of the award-winning Homemade Matters podcast. Brought to you from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours.
So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to
Homemade Matters.
Season 8.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. My name's Luke.
And my name is Eden.
My name's Belle.
And welcome to the show again.
Yeah.
2 weeks goes like this, doesn't it? Right, super quick.
It's very fast, like click.
Oh yeah, good clicking.
Thank you.
So we hope you've had a good few weeks.
Yes.
What have we been doing? Well, always lots to talk about.
Yes.
So in the first half, shall we talk a little bit about one of the big topics we've just finished, which is
World War
One. Yeah, so we just finished that topic, and we're soon going to be starting World War Two.
We are.
We are starting World War II.
Yeah. So, one of the books that you'd read for World War One was about an animal?
Oh yeah, I had a moment where I was like, what is he talking about? And then I remembered, Warhorse.
So, Warhorse by
Michael Virgo.
And well, it was one of our family read alouds.
Yes.
Did you like it, Mirabelle?
Yeah.
Warhorse. Read it all together as a family, and then the other week you watched the film of it.
We did, yes.
So how did you feel? Was the film true to the book?
At the beginning it was. In the middle and things, it kind of was not as true to the book. It's quite hard to say which bits were not true to the book without giving away spoilers, but
I think probably many people know the story, but was there any particular bits that really stood out to you that the film kind of hit home a bit harder than maybe you'd picked up in the book?
what does that mean?
Like, did you, from watching the film, was there any bits where you were like, that you felt impacted you a bit more about the story, made you feel stronger emotions than maybe you'd felt reading the book?
I think some of the battle scenes and stuff, and like when Emily has to say goodbye to the horses.
Yeah, there's a lot of tragedy really in the story, isn't there?
Yeah, but there was also tragedy in World War One.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and I think sometimes when you see it on films, the kind of the horror of it all comes out a bit more.
And also
Favourites.
Yeah.
The favourite of the movie.
What was your favourite bit?
I
can't think of one.
Yes.
Well, what was? Do you have was it the ending or the beginning? What was your favourite bit then?
My favourite bit was when there's a bit funny bit when he was lost in the war and Albert found him. It was a bit funny.
I think that's quite happy, Mirabelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also in the film, Albert isn't part of the veterinary force.
Yeah.
But in the book he is.
In the book he is. I think...
Oh, and the end has a better ending in the book than in the film.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
Okay, well, in my opinion, it has.
Well, yeah, it's subjective, isn't it? I suppose the question is, why do you think they did it differently in the film? Maybe that's one for a different episode. But I think I found the film very moving when I watched it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it with you, but I'd watched it not so long ago.
Yeah.
And I think when they do the cavalry charge, and then
that bit, and then
into the machine guns, and it just makes me cry. I feel it's really sad. Yeah. But then there was a lot of that in the First World War. One of the things that came out was that the old-fashioned ways of doing war, so to speak, were a little bit outdated against modern weapons.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of lives lost from that perspective.
And the poor horses.
I will. Belle's got a special
Anna and Elsa cushion.
With the, what are these called? I can't remember.
Sequins.
With the sequins on that change colour. So yeah.
So they changed from Anna to Elsa.
Yeah. Right. When you brush them up and down, I'm sure many of you have got T-shirts and things like that.
I have a cushion.
So anything else from World War One that jumps out to you from some of the learning that you did?
The hygiene was terrible.
Yeah. Living in the trenches.
Yeah, and in one of our books, which is like a World War One book where you have to like choose the answers to survive. Basically, if just don't choose to go to the trenches, because if you go to the trenches, it's very likely you'll die.
Yeah, you might.
You should do something
wounds
else.
would get infected and all kinds. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
tough.
Well, I went to the trenches.
We did see those trenches when we were camping in Sherwood Forest, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Because the Forestry Commission had been set up in between the wars.
Hey,
Yes.
So
hey.
that was really interesting. And we're starting World War Two soon. We're starting World War Two soon. In fact, you've already started listening to
The maze.
one of the in the maze. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in the maze of Warwick Castle, there's a World War.
There is in the maze at Warwick
there
Castle.
is.
There's a World War One bit.
Yes.
You've started listening to
Good night, Mr. Tom.
and
And
that's
it's a good book.
that's World War Two, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're listening to that on Audible.
No, not Audible, Dad.
Is it? What's it on?
Well, Mummy got it from Borrow Box, and then she
okay.
put it on her Yoto card.
So we listen to it on the Yoto player.
Yeah, we don't. I don't think Mummy has an Audible account anymore.
Yeah, interesting.
Even though we can still listen to Audible.
Yeah, so World War Two coming up. And then a couple of trips out we've been doing recently. You went to a special park to follow something. So what did you go and see?
Yeah, we went to Hansworth Park to do the Hansworth Park art trail.
Oh, right.
With
And
some
so
other homemade families.
so that was nice. Bit of a
and I
meet-up.
was I think I was the oldest homemade person there.
And tell me about some of the art on the art trail then.
So there was this really pretty wooden painted box that had flowers on it, except I think it might have been metal, I can't remember. And there was they're quite hard to describe really because there was lots, but there was this mosaics of sunflower, and the seeds in the middle were made out of these marble things, and it was really nice to touch.
Well, so some of it was quite tactile, I suppose. You could touch it then. And was it all different artists or the same artist?
There was they were different artists, but some had done multiple things for it.
Okay. Now, I was in Birmingham City Centre the other day, and there's a sculpture there, and it's a metal sculpture. Guess who did it? Luke Perry. So
who we actually
ages
interviewed.
and ages ago, many seasons ago, we interviewed a local Black Country kind of sculptural blacksmith, I suppose, isn't he?
Yeah.
Metal worker.
I can't actually remember what he looked like.
Luke
though.
Perry, yeah, and he. But anyway, his artwork crops up all over the place.
Yeah, and it was actually
yeah.
on the art trail.
Was there one of his in the art trail?
Yes.
Oh, well, always knew it. There's always his stuff crops up all over the place. So
yeah, we should do some more interviews.
Yeah,
Daddy,
I know.
because
Yeah,
we haven't done the one since we interviewed Megan something.
I know. Yeah, Megan
For-
Murray from that author.
From that author.
No, from the books she wrote.
Yeah. If
The
you're listening,
magic,
Keller.
the magic cupboard. What's it called?
The magic bookshelf.
Magic bookshelf, not magic cupboard.
Magic cup.
Maggie
and the magic bookshelf.
Maggie and the magic bookcase.
Bookcase, yeah.
Yeah. If you
Magic
if you were
cupboard.
diligent, you could go onto our website homemadematters.co.uk and find that. So it was really fun when we interviewed some different people.
Yeah, we need to interview some more people, Daddy.
We did. Have you got any ideas of who we should interview, or if you are an author or an artist of some kind, we'd love to hear from you. Yeah,
Or a person. I think we're all people.
we'd love to hear from you, and maybe you could come on the show. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And also, Daddy, I thought
You'd be a person. Yeah.
I thought you were talking to me, Dad, and I was going to say J.K. Rowling.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we could try and interview J.K. Rowling, but my hunch is she's so famous that it would be very hard to get her attention.
Why?
But because she's probably has
know.
millions of children getting in touch.
Can you get this off?
I can try in a minute, Belle. Now, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to be back, and we're going to talk about some other exciting things that we did.
Lasha.
So, we'll be back shortly.
You're listening to the Home and Matters podcast.
Right, we're back. And we've got a special guest for the second half of the podcast, who is...
A person.
Who's me?
Asha.
Hi, Asha. Thanks for joining us for the second half of the show.
Welcome
Thanks for
to this
coming on the show.
podcast.
What have you been doing? So we're recording this. It's in our regular quiet time slot. What are you happening to do so far in your quiet time?
just lie in bed and look at my Smiths catalogue.
Oh yeah, because you went to a special opening this week. What did you go to the grand opening of?
The Smiths at Berry Hill.
Yeah, Smith's Toy Shop. Let us know if you call it Smiths or Smythes. I think it's Smiths, isn't it?
Me too.
Definitely Smiths.
Yeah.
And so you were there. You were one of the first people there when they opened it.
Yeah.
What did you get any goodies?
Yeah, there was a goodie bag that came with balloons.
One of my goodies.
Yeah, and Belle got some goodies too, which we brought back. So you got, what was in your goodie bag?
A small Lego City set.
Yeah, and a catalogue.
Yeah, and a catalogue which
Now-
I'm holding.
Is it? I know, and Belle, you've got a catalogue as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now, I think a common experience for children of all ages leading up to Christmas is looking at catalogues. I remember looking at the Argos catalogue when I was your age, looking at the toy section in the Argos catalogue.
Just
So
like combing
you've got,
over what
in
you
fact,
want.
you've got it open in front of you. What sets have you got in front of you here?
Harry Potter.
Lego Harry Potter sets.
Yeah. If you are a Lego Harry Potter fan, do get in touch. We are big Lego Harry Potter fans.
We're just
Now,
Harry Potter fans.
that wasn't actually what I was planning to talk about in this part. We went somewhere exciting last weekend
We did.
Yes.
called
Bear Grylls Adventure.
the Bear Grylls Adventure, and that it's at NEC, National Exhibition Centre. And in fact, we missed a trick, didn't we? Because what show was going on at the NEC that weekend?
The Disney Dancing on Ice.
Disney on Ice?
Not Dancing on Ice.
Not
sorry.
Dancing on Ice, Disney on Ice.
Disney on Ice.
Yeah, I know that was a bit disappointing, but we went to Bear Grylls Adventure because, ka-ching, another benefit of our Merlin passes is
We get free stuff.
we
there.
get in for free. Yeah, we do free activities. So we did
Get free stuff.
we did do a little recording while we were there.
Yes.
So here's that. Well, we're out and about.
We are.
Where are we, Ash?
Bear Grylls Adventure.
Bear Grylls Adventure. And
We are.
What have we just done?
The assault course.
And we're just the assault course quite hard. So which were the bits that you found the hardest, Ash?
Probably crawling under the net.
Yeah, that was
Because I
hard.
only have my knees.
Yeah, it was sharp, the ground. Oh, look, we're just sitting in front of an aquarium,
And divers.
but there's some people who've obviously paid to go and do scuba diving. It's good theming, isn't it?
Yeah. It's quite dark though.
It's quite dark. Well, it's supposed to be, tricky. And what are we going to go and do in a minute? You two and me.
The archery.
Yeah, we're going to get to do some archery.
But the assault course was quite hard.
Well, it's quite hard. I kind of bruised my tummy a bit.
How did you manage to bruise your tummy?
Well, I was trying to go over the metal pole that you pull yourself over.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit
I
tricky.
I think the easiest bit was the bridges that you could walk along.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked that. But you were always one step ahead of me, even though I started before you. And I was trying to climb over this wall, and I had to use the steps because there was no one there to lift me up. But they have it on Blue Peter Dad.
Do they?
Well, when they do like army videos and stuff, and when Lindsay was on there, Radzi had to help her up because she's quite short, Lindsay.
Yeah, I think the A-frame was quite
Russell.
fun. You can't climb up the
What was
cargo
the A-frame?
nets,
Oh yeah.
and then you got to climb over the top.
Yeah, I got a
yeah,
bit
I like
stuck there. My foot was almost at the thing, and I didn't know if it was like really far away or not.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I wondered
It
why
was
people
fun.
were sitting here waiting, but it's presumably because other people in their party were
Diving.
scuba diving. Right, here are the others. So let's we'll do another one after archery, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Now, straight after that recording,
What was the
we went and did.
actually? Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm going to need to edit that out.
Are you actually going to edit?
No, I'm not going to edit it out because I think listeners will find it funny. So
find
the
this
recording was
conversation
after we'd done the assault course for the first time,
Yeah.
and then we were about to go and do archery. Now,
Yeah.
Asha, how did you find the archery?
Fun.
So did you have a different type of bow to me?
Yeah.
So tell me about the setup and how you had to shoot.
You had to put your hand on the bow and then pull the string back to
Yeah.
your ear,
Yeah.
and then let go.
And
And
the bow had to be at a 45 degree.
yeah, so you loaded the bow when it was horizontal, and then you put it at 45 degrees. Because what happened if you had it straight?
It fell off.
The arrow fell off.
Yeah.
And Asha,
that happened to me
did you
a
do
few
it the
times.
same way as me and Eden, or did you
No.
have a different way of doing it?
I had a different way because I'm left-handed.
Yeah, so you had special left-handed gloves and left-handed, like wrist guard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so we all took it in turns. So Eden, how did we do it over the course of the session? How did we approach the shooting?
So we all did it at the same time, and then we had to wait for everyone to finish before we went and collected the arrows.
How many arrows did we shoot in one kind of session?
8.
8 at a time. And were we all shooting at the same target?
No, but Asher kept shooting at your target accidentally, and I kept shooting at the one next to mine.
I only did it once, Eden.
So we had a target each. There were 8 of us, but then there did have some games where we had to try and shoot at the different targets, didn't we?
Yeah, all at the same one. So everyone shoot at number 6.
I was actually super impressed with how everybody did, but also just the setup. I thought was absolutely loads of fun. It was a really good amount of time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was your best bit about the archery, Ash?
Probably the seating.
Yeah.
And trying to get it in the middle.
Yeah, you did really well. How about you, Eden? What was your best bit?
Well, the hardest bit was pulling the string back.
Yeah,
It
my
was
arm
very
ached a bit
taut.
for a couple of days. You know?
Yeah. The best bit was trying to shoot and feeling like Robin Hood.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. And I was very pleased because my accuracy was okay, wasn't it?
Yeah, your accuracy was really good, Dad. You got loads of stuff in the middle of it.
Yeah,
the
you
bullseye.
never missed.
Well, a bit more practice. So, should we go back and do it again, do you reckon?
Yes, definitely, please.
Yeah.
And what about the assault course? So my tummy ached for a couple of days from the different bits. What was your best bit of the assault course, Ash?
Probably the bits where actually all of it.
All of it. What was the hardest bit, Eden?
The bit where you had to crawl under the net on the hard
The
ground.
cargo net, yeah.
Yeah.
That was surprisingly tricky, wasn't it, the cargo net?
Yeah.
I found the kind of pole you had to go on flat. I kept falling off that.
Hard.
Oh,
I deliberately fell off because I was wearing an Adidas top.
Yeah.
And it kept getting stuck on the logo, so I deliberately fell off.
Yeah.
And so I could just walk along to the end and try and beat Asher.
Other people did scuba diving and high ropes and stuff.
Yeah.
High ropes look quite high. Apparently it's the highest in Europe.
It didn't look high, Daddy. It looked quite low.
Looks quite high to me.
Yeah.
It looked high to you.
Should we go back again?
It didn't look high to me, Daddy.
Should we go back another time?
Yes, please.
What was your best bit, Belle?
The hot chocolate.
Yeah, because you were sadly not old enough to do some of the other bits, were you?
Yeah, but we got to look in the aquarium.
Pretty good. And you got hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And we were very impressed with the cost of things in the shop.
Yeah, it was very low price.
Because you all got a pin badge each, didn't you? Because you all connect pin badges.
Mine says never look.
Yeah.
Mine's already on mine.
Now, Ash, you started also some new swimming lessons this week.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that at the little primary school, literally around the corner from our house, they've got a pool and do lessons in the evening.
Yeah.
So while your normal lessons aren't happening because they haven't got a venue,
Yeah.
you started that one. How was it?
Good and very fun.
Very fun. What was your best bit of it?
Probably the first bit where I had to swim on my tummy.
Yeah, so you straight away did amazing front crawl. What was the bit where they dropped some? They looked like big glow sticks in the water.
Yeah.
What was that bit?
They were like sinkies.
Sinkies.
Yeah.
So did they sink all the way to the bottom?
Yeah.
Did you have to dive all the way to the bottom to get them?
Yeah.
I noticed that you
Even
got
I
them.
did it.
Wow, did you?
Yeah. I did it in the swimming pool.
In your lessons?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have different lessons, don't you? So that's really good. You did so well, Ashley. You got a certificate at the end of your first lesson. And they've moved you up to a different group.
Yeah, because I was too good for that group.
So that's so encouraging, isn't it? Were you encouraged about it?
Yeah.
I
Brilliant.
didn't know they were doing all of this stuff at his swimming lesson, so I was at drama at the time.
I know, yeah. Well, it was a busy Monday, but I'm sort of glad they've moved it to Tuesday. Now then, over the last couple of days, this week, we had some workmen in the garden. What were they doing?
They were chopping down trees.
They were trimming
Trimming, not chopping down.
some of our oak trees.
Yeah,
Just so that they weren't quite so high. Can you remember what it's called?
the tree surgeon.
Yeah, but
Oh no, pollarding.
pollarding, not
Bollarding.
not bollarding.
As I previously thought.
They were pollarding the trees. So,
Bollarding.
well, nothing. But bollards are just things on the road, aren't they? But,
I previously thought it was bollarding.
so we had the professionals in to do the oak trees, and then I chopped the tops off some of our wild cherries.
Except you hurt your thumb.
Well, yeah. So, moral of the story is, keep your gloves on at all times. I don't actually remember when I took my gloves off, and I've got a bit of a gash. But you all worked so hard in the garden. So, what were some of the things you were doing in the garden? Because I'd lopped off these, I don't know, 10-metre high tree trunks.
Yeah.
But they were quite narrow, weren't they?
Yeah, they were narrow, but they were very tall.
So what did you worked so hard all yesterday afternoon?
Yeah,
what were you doing?
Me and Asher both worked really hard. We chopped off the branches off the cherry tree log things.
With the loppers.
Which was actually really fun and satisfying. And then we moved the bits we'd lopped off to the fire pit.
To the end of the garden. And Ash, you've been working really hard. What was your main job this afternoon? I know this morning you were doing in the garden.
Probably they're waking up leaves.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it? Because you were out there a long time.
Yeah, that's because there's a lot of leaves.
A lot of
to wake
leaves.
up.
Well, it is the autumn.
There's still leaves left.
And we had a special thing the other night. What special day was it?
Bonfire night. The bit where
Guy Fawkes.
The Guy Fawkes. That was the word, yeah.
The gunpowder plot.
The gunpowder.
But what did we do different? So thankfully, because the trees had been trimmed, we've had loads better views.
Yeah, we've been able to see everyone else's fireworks without buying any of our own.
What did we do? So we, after work...
Well, we didn't have our work on a Friday.
Yeah, no, but I work on a Friday. What did I do?
Daddy lit the fire and we
had a
scooted
fire
in the
pit
garden
and watched the fireworks.
and ate marshmallows with Grandma and Granddad.
And Grandma and Granddad came over, so that was super good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And I actually watched the fireworks last night and there was, like, loads more.
I watched it last night.
I reckon there might still be some tonight, you know.
Yeah, because when I had finished my gratitude journal last night, I got out of bed and to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
And I saw a few.
Yeah, that's so good.
Really just a few.
It's a good habit to get into, being thankful at the end of each day. Well, we'd love to know what you've been up to for fireworks night.
Yes.
And I guess people are starting to think about Christmas. We're not just yet, are we?
Well,
we're thinking about it.
We're not. I'm thinking about it. We're not allowed to sing any Christmas songs until December, though. Not even the tune.
I know. Well, that's just for our own sanity. But we thank you so much for listening.
In which case, we should turn people off forever.
No. Well, anyway, think that's the end of our show for today.
Sorry, Mirabelle.
I think that's the end of our show for today. So, thanks for listening in, and we'll be back in the next couple of weeks. All the details for getting in touch are there. But from Mirabelle, say goodbye.
Bye.
From Asher, say goodbye.
Bye.
From Eden, say goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
That was really weird. Goodbye.
It was a really weird. Well, I was trying to do something different. It was a bit like the ending of University Challenge, actually, strangely. But it's goodbye from me, goodbye. Okay, well, let's just do our normal goodbye then. Bye. See you next time.
You've been listening to the Homemade Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us to homemadematters@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Homemade Matters, and visit our website at www.homemadematters.co.uk. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen, like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Spotify. Thanks for joining us and enjoy your homemade journey this week.
They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar streets.